Okay. Alrighty, guys, I want to welcome you to this week's Start Canada Weekly Business Training Call. It is Sunday, February 19th, 2017. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. And if you don't know me, my name is Pennock, and I'm in Bergen, and I am 28. I think I had to check that last week. I never remember. Age is just a number, right? Anyways. So I wanted to let you guys know that these calls are for you and for your team. If you have anybody who isn't on yet, get them on, send them a message and get them to hop on or check the recording that's posted by our lovely Tina. The purpose of our calls is to unite the Canadian Start peeps. These calls are made by the Canadian Start Committee, and we take into consideration the Canadian Start associates, what they want, what they need to make these calls the best that they can be for all of you guys. As I said, recordings can be found on our Start Canada YouTube page, and they're usually uploaded by Monday, right, team? I think so. Or tonight? Perfect. Right
15,
after the call.
15 minutes after we're done, usually.
Oh, geez. Look at you guys. You're so amazing. Just getting it right done for us, so we don't even have to worry. Takes good care. All right. So that every Sunday evening we meet here to get together to provide the tools, support, and coaching and inspiration so your belief is a 10 out of 10 in all areas, and so you are unstoppable in sharing this incredible gift. These calls are led by people just like you, and we want to offer you the opportunity to grow. So let us know if you want to join us. Reach out to the Start Canada Committee and we'll hook you up. We are a group of fired up people. Then we have a common vision to ignite all young people to own their lives physically and financially, and through our contribution to create freedom and a lasting legacy. I want to see a hands up. Who can get excited about that? Throw it in the chat. Let me know because y'all are muted. Okay. Awesome. So before we get into our first segment, I do have a disclaimer for everybody here. We are a health and wellness company. We make no claims to diagnose, prevent, treat, or cure any illness or disease. No two bodies are the same, and results will vary. The body is a miracle, and amazing things will happen when people incorporate the superfood of Isagenix. Isagenix is also a financial opportunity, and that's what we focus on here. Again, what people put into it is what they will get out of it, and we make no claims as to how much one person will earn. I want to make sure that you guys know about the chat and you can use it. Support the speakers and ask questions that you might have, and we'll do our best to get to them throughout the call. So let's move into the first segment. It's the starter in the spotlight. And this piece is to help us get to know our amazing Start family across Canada. Everybody has a story, so we want to make sure everybody has a chance to share it. And you never know, you might put it in your pocket and use it another day. This is also a piece that helps people jump into the role of public speaking, and sometimes that's right out of their comfort zone. So let's have a huge shout out to our starter in the spotlight this week, Tara Bergen. She's coming to us from Sherwood Park, Alberta, and she's 22.
Hey guys! I am so excited to share my story with you today. So thank you so much for allowing me to do that. So as she said, my name is Tara Bergen. I'm 22 years old. And I was introduced to Isagenix 7 years ago by my mom when I was 15. So I was a teenager and pretty reluctant, but over time I started to incorporate more and more of the products into my body. And now, of course, I'm completely full on and so grateful for it. When I turned 18, my mom opened me up my very own Isagenix account and tried to get me to jump on board with the business for 3 years. And I said, shut up, Mom. I don't want to hear about that for way too long. And I kick myself for it now. But eventually she was able to drag me to a Super Saturday and put me in the Start Facebook group, which I love. And I saw the amazing Journey Hencart speak, and bless her, because she blew my freaking mind. And from there, I went to New Year's Kickoff in Dallas last year, and that was an absolutely life-changing event for me. You know, between those two events, I really saw that vision. That was the game-changing moment for me, where I went, you know, this isn't just something I'm going to piddle around with anymore. Like, this is it. This is what I'm going to do. Because what I saw was this incredible vision from Isagenix and from Eric, about young people who want to do more. And I thought, that's me. I want that. I want more. And it came to me at a really perfect time in my life because I was just out of university, but, you know, work wasn't coming as easily as I thought. And I was kind of just feeling a little lost, not sure if I even still wanted to do what I went to school for. I just didn't know. But then I went to this event and I saw these big dreamers who I could really relate to. And I saw that what I knew that I needed out of life actually existed, because I had never been presented with something like that before. I knew I wanted more, but I didn't know that something like that was real. And then I saw that it was real and it's really happening and people are doing it and it's amazing. Like, it's crazy. So of course I was in. The blessings that have followed have been absolutely amazing. The friends that I've gotten to make from around the world and all of you guys, the energy is just so incredible, positive and passionate. From a product standpoint, I'm able to call myself an athlete now. I'm a circus athlete, for those of you who don't know. That's something I never thought I would get to say about myself, always being the scrawny kid. And I can now do multiple pull-ups. I'm very proud of that fact. And the events are so incredible, and the motivation that they get you is amazing. And the events really do. They get you on this motivational, emotional high, which is so awesome. But then, you know, you go home and it kind of starts to go like this. And something that I've really had to learn to do for myself is to self-motivate. And, you know, whether that be through reading books, being on calls like this, listening to podcasts, just all those little things that keep you going until the next event, so you're not kind of starting from zero again. And I just want to say this is something that I have definitely struggled in the past, and it's gonna always feel like you're working and working your butt off and nothing is happening and you're just working forever. And I just have to say, I think we've all struggled with this, but just to keep going and never ever stop, because it will happen. And if you're like me, then you're going like, when? And I don't know, but it will eventually. And it's so, so worth it, because this is it. This is the thing. And it's absolutely worth all of that. So I am so excited. Quickly before I pass it back, I do also just want to mention my favorite book that I've been reading recently. The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. I don't have it on hand right now, but it's absolutely incredible. It talks about all the little daily things that you do, the tiny decisions, which are your keys to success, and not these huge giant leaps, but just the things that you don't even notice. That's about all I can say on it. Just read it. It's awesome. Yeah, I'll pass it back now. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to see where we all go. So, yeah.
Woohoo! Good job. Jack, you're muted. That was amazing. Thank you so much, Tara, for your story. I know that I can resonate with it a lot. I was also a Lost graduate whose first event was a Super Saturday, and I was like, that's it, I'm done. Like, who needs it? Like, you know what? Let's go. So if your story reached me, then I know it reached so many other people. So awesome, way to go. All right. I also really loved your little thing about self-motivate, because you got to take those little steps, you guys, in between events, because you got to take care of yourself, and that's the way to do it. So I'm going to get started on introducing our trainer for tonight. we have the lovely Kristie Shaver. And this girl, every time I see her, the smile on her face, the energy coming out of her, I just want to go up to her and pinch her little cheeks, even though she might not quite enjoy it. But I love hearing her speak. She drops the truth bomb and when you need to hear it, because she knows you need to hear it. She doesn't hold anything back, and I love it so much. So I'll give you a little bit of info about our girl, Kristie. She is 34. She's coming from Burlington, Ontario. She is a 3-star Golden Circle, 1-star Crystal Exec, and she's been using Isagenix since the spring of 2013. This girl is a mama of 2 to the lovely Luna and Nova, and wife to husband Morgan. A little fun fact is she once won the grand prize on a show that makes you prank other people, and you just have to listen in a microphone or a little earpiece and do what they tell you and just follow instructions. So I have the images of this girl like dumping mayonnaise on somebody's head because somebody told her to, and I think that's all freaking awesome. So I'm so excited to hear Kristie train a little bit about how skills, action, and mindset can help us get our results, and also dig deep on income-producing activities. So without further ado, Kristie, let's have her.
Oh, thank you so much. Because I'm always so nervous when people introduce me. I feel like, oh my God, I'm going red. But thank you, Jackie, and thank you, Tara. I mean, like, I know if we, turn back the clock to when I was 22, I'd be hammered right now. So the fact that you are learning about a business on a Sunday night, girlfriend, I need a bajillion of you in my team. I am so impressed. So thank you all for making the time to be here tonight. And I truly mean that. When you are making the time to be here, you can be watching Netflix. I love Netflix, and I give up Netflix all the time for things like this. So I think it's so incredible. So thank you so much for doing that. I'm so grateful to be a part of this training, because I have utilized this tool with my team very often. I utilize it for the trainings and for the support, because for those of you who've been a part of this call for a while, you know the importance of our one team mentality. And one of my favorite parts about Isagenix is the community of people that you guys are. So thank you to Tina and Morgan, Jackie and Tara for holding that posture through and through. So I'm so excited because I am close to my 4-year anniversary with Isagenix, and that's coming up in April. So time friggin' flies when you're having fun. And guys, if you knew where my life was headed before I found Isagenix, you would understand what I meant when I said that Isagenix has changed my family's life. Because 4 years ago, I was working myself to the bone with 3 jobs. I was a full-time assistant to a retail store designer. I was waitressing at night, and I was a travel agent from home. So on top of my work, I had a 2-year-old daughter and a husband at home who got the worst of me. They got the last of my energy, the last of my patience, and the full brunt of my irritability. I was a snap case. So I had noticed my friend Carrie posted before and after pictures on Facebook, and I sobbed as I showed my husband these pictures. And he said, go ahead, call Carrie and find out what she's doing, because at this point, I thought my irritability stemmed from the fact that I had not lost my baby weight yet. So after having an incredible product experience, I told Carrie that I wanted these products forever, but I was not going to pay for them. And I always tell people it's because I'm Dutch, so I love a discount. But this is how I say that I fell into the business, because I was literally just looking for discounts and free stuff. That was life-changing for my family at that time. So almost 4 years later, where we are now, our team has grown to over 5,000 people, all because one person said yes and was brave enough to share. So it duplicated from there, and it continues to duplicate as myself and my team, there are many of you on here, I can see you guys, continue to develop ourselves as leaders, but also learn to master skills and share with other people what our mission is in order to free families. So when I started sharing my love for these products, oh, sorry, am I cutting out here? I just heard a beep. Okay, never mind. I live in the country, guys. Like, I swear to God, if a bird poops on the ground, like, my internet goes out. So just stand by if it cuts out. I am hoping we can hold it together here. So when I started to share my love for these products, I was a flippin' hot mess. I was all over the place, trying to learn as much as I could, but I was on a pure Ionix high. There was one thing I knew for sure, and that was that I had 100% belief in the product, But as I worked to grow my knowledge, my belief in all the other areas became unshakable. So the other areas other than products are the company, the compensation plan, network marketing, myself and network marketing. And this belief came very quickly, but I could not have done that without the power of our events, which I will get to later. So the success of my business has been based on a few simple things: skills, action, and mindset. So when you're learning the skills of how to become a network marketing professional, we utilize the skills shown in GoPro. So Eric Worre has that book, GoPro, and they have 7 simple steps. And usually if someone says, I've got 7 simple steps to blah, 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 I'm like, that is so many steps, I can't even pay attention right now. But the cool thing about GoPro is that it's so easy to see that becoming a professional is not difficult. It just takes time to master these skills, and it takes commitment. So anybody here who has a job, you have to learn a set of skills in order to become a master at your job. I don't care if you're a cashier or a surgeon, you need to learn about the skills to do well. So this doesn't just happen in 7 days. This takes consistent work at becoming better and better, and to commit to becoming better and better. So one thing that I think about these days is how well I connect with people, which is entirely what I've learned through network marketing. I look back at my previous jobs, guys, I have had a bajillion jobs. Like, my husband still laughs. If we're driving somewhere, I'm like, oh, I used to work there. He's like, honestly, I don't even know who you are anymore. I had jobs as an odor audit. I worked for an animal rendering plant where I had to drive around and smell the air. Like, I had such insane jobs. I'm embarrassed. I shouldn't have said that. But anyways, everything that I have learned through network marketing would have made me a way better professional in my other job. I would have sniffed the air way better. I've known these skills now. But as I continue to work on my skills of becoming a network marketing professional, side note, I do consider myself a network marketing professional, but I know that I'm always getting better. There's no like, I made it to the destination. So I know that what I learn is great, but what I do is even greater. Now, there will be no results in your business without action. And since we're in the business for ourselves, we also don't have a boss to tell us when we're slacking off or when we're not doing as well as we should. This is where we really have to step up and hold that posture as your own CEO. So in a time where social media is so easy to chat with people and meet new people, it's also very easy to waste time and hide behind your keyboard. So I'm going to be very honest with you. At the very beginning, I did not use my time productively, and I did not treat myself like a professional because I hid behind the keyboard, and I will tell you a little bit about that. But while you guys are paying attention to the action that you are in each day, I want you to recognize whether you're holding your position as a CEO or if you're hiding behind your computer like I did. I used to call myself a keyboard warrior. So for the first year of my business, I did not talk to a single person on the phone. I don't know how I built a business, guys. I don't know what happened. I didn't talk to anybody. And it was because it made me so nervous. I thought, if I could type to somebody on, through social media, through Facebook or something, adding those extra exclamation marks would really show my enthusiasm for them. But I really wasn't doing them any justice, and I wasn't doing myself justice. So basically, once I realized that when you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, and you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. Did I just say that right? Anyways, you get the idea. But if you want to connect with the CEO of Chapters or Starbucks, or if you even need to talk to Kathy Cooper, are you going to send her a Facebook message? No. She's not going to sit there and write you back and forth at 8:30 at night on a Sunday night. You're going to make an appointment with her. So how are you positioning yourself as a CEO of your own business? Because your action in your business has to reflect what a CEO would do, regardless of whether your business is part-time or full-time. So another thing to consider is this. If you are earning $10,000 a year with Isagenix and you want to reach $100,000 per year, are you actually doing the amount of work that it takes to achieve that? Or are you just wishing and hoping for 6 figures? How many people are you talking to? How active are you on social media? I have the active on social media chat often because you need to show that you're stepping up every single day. If your kid gets the flu, trust me, family is first, but don't disappear for 3 weeks, right? You've got to make a post about how Amped Hydrate got you through or the eShop got you through as you're doing the laundry all through the night, right? You also want to make sure that you're being a product of the product, and I don't mean that by being a certain size or shape. I mean you want to use the products. And are you being a product of the company by living and breathing their core values as their own? Meaning, do you build your business with integrity? Are you honest? Do you like to have fun? Do you like to contribute? There's so many things that you have to align yourself with. Now, when it comes to connecting, this can be the scariest part for people, and I will admit that I still get nervous when I talk to some people. I wonder what they say. What are they going to think of me? What if they shut me down? What if they tell me it's a scam? And then I'm constantly having these conversations and then kicking myself back into where I should be, because I realize that I have a frigging gift for these people. And if they shoot me down, that has nothing to do with me. So over the years, I have worked to master the skill of connecting with people. So if I go to the grocery store, my husband's like, are you off to make new friends? I'm like, hell yeah. You never know who you're going to meet at Fortino's. And I recently met somebody at the library when her daughter kicked over my strategically placed Isagenix tumbler. Everything to me is intentional. So this girl, she actually enrolled a few days later, and we've become really great friends. And this was only like a month and a half ago. So I love that I can connect with people more. I connected with the lady sitting next to me on a flight once. I was with my daughter Luna was 4 months old, and I see this lady where we were supposed to sit, and I basically hand the baby to Morgan. I'm like, daddy duty's on. I got to connect with this lady. And he's like, do your thing, right? But it's because I like to connect with people. We just went on a cruise. The Uber driver, I was all over him about, what he liked, what his life was about. The people I went to high school with, if I walked by them in a mall, what I used to do, I'd put my phone on silent and I'd be like, oh, absolutely. No, I could totally be available then. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. And then I was on this fake phone call just to avoid talking to these people who I know, who I'm friends with on social media. But I thought, this is too awkward. I don't want to actually be friends with these friends I have, right? It was awful. So now I make sure that I connect with everybody. And this does not mean that I am offering Isagenix to everybody, because it might not be the right time, but I do pride myself on caring enough to listen to people when I ask them about their family or their kids. When I ask someone, what do you do for a living? And one lady told me, I'm a police officer. And I said, what is it that made you want to do that? And she was like, I've never been asked that before. And I said, well, what's your passion around protecting people? And she's like, who are you? But I was genuinely interested. It's like if I ask somebody, what do you like to do for a living? Oh, I play rugby. Is that something new, or have you done that ever since you were a kid? It's really taking those extra steps to connect and not just get by with like the, how are you? Good. How's your family? Great. Right? It's really making that extra step. So if you care about people and you connect with them and you naturally build relationships, you will see magic happen. And guys, when I focus everything on being a good person and genuinely showing interest, these people are enrolling with me like crazy. Like library girl, somebody bought something off me. She bought a high chair off me, off this mom site. And I had been chatting with her online, and she was just sort of like, yeah, the mom site, I had to give it up to somebody else to take care of. It was my baby for 5 years. And I was asking her about why she started this mom site. And she was so passionate about helping moms, be able to have these things for their kids and not pay full price, just to share how. And then she says to me, you're the Isagenix queen, aren't you? And I was like, girl, no, I was like, I don't know about queen, but like, yeah, Isagenix is my thing. And did I have a strategic Isagenix box on my friggin' porch when she was coming to pick up? Yeah, I did. Right? This is the intention that I put out there. And she's asking me all about products and wants to get started. And that was this afternoon. So now that you guys know to get GoPro, the book, read it over and over and practice those skills, what you're going to love about GoPro is it's got big font and it's easy to read. Like, is that my favorite book in the world? Yes, of course I will read that over and over. And then you want to master your action. Because if you're not in action and you're just thinking and thinking and thinking, you've got nothing. And you want to also be able to position yourself as the CEO, know the beauty of connecting as an art form. So what the hell am I supposed to do to actually grow my team? If I mix all those things together, what is my actual action to make it, turn into this beautiful business? Here's what I do. And based on the commitment level that you have dedicated to your own business, you might want to change this slightly. But for me, I aim to talk to 3 new people per day, 3 follow-ups, and then I coach 3 people or like pour greatness into 3 people, something like that each day. This to me is my formula for success. But on top of that, you've got to mix in the perfect amount of personal development and training, just like Tara said. But that does not count as income producing activity, because if you can only dedicate yourself to part-time hours and 3 new people per day is too difficult, start with 1. And then in your off time where you would normally watch TV or listen to the radio in the car, that's when you do your training and your personal development. So one more thing is, what is the point of action if you don't have a mission or a vision, right? Because like Simon Sinek says, he's going to join you based on why you do this, not because you've got amazing shakes or a cleansing program. So the moment that I became crystal clear about my mission to free families, I could flow through my speech to people very easily. And the passion was exactly what people could feel. I was bumbling like around my words. I always stutter like through my words. You guys know this as you listen to me talk, that it was the passion that you could not get past. So when we look at calls like this, and you've got your events and your trainings, podcasts, videos, all that kind of stuff, it can seem very overwhelming when you're starting the business. But here's the fact. This business is friggin' simple. I didn't say easy and I didn't say hard, but I said simple because when you break it down, all you're doing is eating the products, sharing the products, making your mission clear, and learning while you earn. So in my opinion, it's the simplest business in the world where we have the opportunity to make our dreams come true. So for those of you who are going to Raw for the first time this weekend, you are going to know what I mean. I tell people, my team, I've got a bunch of new people coming, and some of them are on this call. New people coming to Raw, and I cannot even explain myself. I'm like, girl, I can't. I've been to like 3 of them. I can't even tell you how good it is. But for those of you who are returning like me, this event is probably going to come at the perfect time for you. And for those of you who are not planning to go, you have 4 days to make it happen. And I want to see you there, because I can't promise you success. But what I can promise you is that by going to this event and by partnering with people like this on this call, your life will change dramatically. And even if I did not build a business, I would be at every event, because the community of people that we have here is the best. So I can't wait to smoosh all your beautiful faces next weekend, or actually this coming weekend at the event. I love seeing that you guys are all smiling, because I just didn't have my camera on there for a second. So you're either laughing at me or my shirt see-through or something. I'm not really sure. But I'm so grateful for you guys every single day, because 4 years later, I'm still this fired up. I messaged Morgan Parker before this call, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so tired. But then I start talking, and the passion is there. So if you've got that passion, it doesn't matter. Like, it looks like I haven't slept in days. It's the passion, and you guys do that for me. So thank you for inviting me to be a part of this call. I genuinely love you guys so much, and I cannot wait to see you guys. So there might be some questions here. Do I have affirmations, Tina?
No, actually, Kristie, I was saying that to Emily. So can you?
Oh, great.
Emily was saying that she's having a tricky time with connecting and that she hasn't enrolled in a while, but she's helping her teammates do it. But people aren't getting back or getting on a call, and she's just having some trouble getting to that point. Maybe can you offer some suggestion?
Yeah, when I'm having what we call a wall kicking moment, I completely unplug and I pour greatness into myself, because Peter Kelly once said that she works harder on herself than anything else. And that was a main piece of information I took to heart. So when I have those moments, I shut down my computer and I start writing out, I am amazing. I am creating a massive team of people who want to, change the world and change their life. I am recruiting business partners every single day. I'm always in the right place at the right time. I get myself so pumped. I'm that person in the car who you drive by and I'm like, right? Like I'm like telling myself how great this is, like getting so pumped up. People probably think I'm like in a domestic dispute on my phone or something, but I'm literally telling myself how incredible this is and how amazing it is. When you have that kind of excitement and you start to reach out to brand new people, that's when the magic happens. Because a lot of the times when you're feeling stuck, it seems to me, in my opinion, when that happens to me, it's because I'm trying to take these people from my team and be like, come on. And I'm trying to like pull them to the top when they're like, no, I don't want to do it. And like, it's like this tug of war. So what do? I find friggin' new people, because it's easier to give birth than resurrect the dead. So let those people be your customers and love on them for loving the product. But you need to find some new people. So make your mission clear, because when your mission is clear and your passion is behind it, that's what people are attracted to. And that's what will change your business. And guys, business can change literally from a Tuesday to a Wednesday. It doesn't take like, in 8 months, this could be different. There are days where I'm like, mother of goodness, have I been sleeping for 6 weeks? Like, you don't know what's going to happen, but we are in charge of all of that. So Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, Tara says, also such a great book. So good. And, Emily, are you coming to Red and White? Oh my God, girl.
I went with my team to San Antonio for the American New Year's kickoff because I was enrolled by an American. So my whole team's in the States.
So where do you live?
I live in BC in a small town in the Kootenays called Castle.
Okay, cool. Well, you know what? We're going to have tons of events out west too. So that'll be great. But you should live stream for sure.
I will.
Amazing. Did I go over my time? Like, that is so Kristie. Okay. Awesome.
No, you're fine. Jack, do you want to take over? We've got some time for some Q&A.
Okay.
Perfect. So I want to ask you, Kristie, what's, besides one of the books, like what else do you listen into in the car? Is there a song? Is there like a certain podcast? Is there one that you just, like, I know I have a podcast that I've listened to 15 times, but I love it so much and it just gets me where I need to be. Like, do you have something like that that's just quick, easy, right through your ears, shut off the noise? Do you have anything?
So I really have a mixture of things. So I like to listen to Think and Grow Rich. That's a good audio. I really like that one. Mm-hmm. I also will sometimes listen to music, and then I make sure that it's just like, I won't just sit there and just like listen to something. Like, I will scroll until I find a song that has me like Bruno Marsing in my front seat, right? So I'll do that. But then other times, the times where I'm finding myself in the biggest challenge, in the biggest ruts, that's when I don't even like literally feel too exhausted to even tell myself I'm amazing, that's when I do personal affirmations.
Mm-hmm. What would you say to the person, including myself, who is a little nervous to start those personal affirmations when that just feels like you're just talking to somebody who's not hearing it? How do you get over that?
So I think that if you're talking to them about their why in the first place, regardless of it, if it's physical or financial, you can get them started with 3 affirmations, right? And if I was coaching you in whatever way, physical or financial, and I said, you told me that you want to gain energy and lose 10 pounds, but you also want to get your products for free. So today and the rest of the week, I want you to tell yourself, I'm getting my products for free and I've never felt better, right? And you just make it simple for them, because personal development, oddly, is scary for people. It's weird. It's uncomfortable, right? But if you just start them small and you get them feeling amazing about that, 10 pounds and getting their products for free, then they're like, okay, now what, right? But again, it all stems back, in my opinion, to how you position yourself, right? Because if I was like, I don't know, tell yourself you're going to get the products. I don't know. You're just going to have to pump yourself up. You are not going to give an SHIT. But if I'm going to talk to you and I'm going to say, girlfriend, we are in this together. You're going to lose these 10 pounds. And I want you to tell yourself you're going to lose these 10 pounds. And then you're just like, yes, right? It's all about you. That's what they're following, right? When people say to me, how did you build a business? I'm like, dude, I have no clue. I do not know what happened or where these people came from. But when I look back, it's because I expected them to show up, right? And I show up every single day. So it's really that fire behind you. That's it.
That's awesome. And I wanted to share some of my takeaways from your training piece, and we'll open it up to some everybody else as well. I really loved how you said it's not just important, or it's just not good enough to be like the product of the product alone, but you want to make sure that you're being a product of the company. Are you living true to those values, especially now that we have them so public, right? We have a calendar, we have a booklet, they're out there, we know we can find them. And if we're with this company, we're with them for a reason, right? Find those 4 out of the 12 values that you resonate with the most and freaking run with them. I actually was thinking about that as I was shoveling the snow and ice off of my driveway today. I just was thinking about how important it is to have that posture, even when you don't feel like it, because it's not about you, it's about how you project yourself to the world, right? So you got to live it, even though, and then it becomes like a habit. I just think that was really cool, and I think we all need to hear it every once in a while, so thank you so much for that. Does anybody have any questions? Or
I'll go through the ones in the chat here. Yeah, so Tara was asking about the tips on getting people to do healthy mind and body. Do it yourself, right? And post about it. And even, it's just like any other challenge. It's like I'm doing another healthy mind and body on March the 1st. Who wants to join me, right? This aspect is more than just your body. It's more about your mind and your soul and all this kind of stuff that leads to that physical and financial freedom, right? So Adrielle, am I saying that right? My Bruno Mars, where are you? I don't see your face. But anyways, so getting people, I should not say this. I have never just cold called someone to say, listen, I got something to talk to you about. I've never done that. I reach out to everybody on social media, because that is how I've just sort of built those relationships with those people. And I would say, hey, Adrielle, I have got something I need to talk to you about this week. I've been watching you for a while. I really admire your passion in music and health and fitness, and I've been really watching you and admiring that. But I really want to talk to you about something that I find really matches my mission to free families. So this week, when do you have 10 minutes of your time that I can explain it to you and invite you properly? So that's when I get people on the phone. So if somebody wants to talk over Facebook, I say, I don't do that. I've got 2 kids, I'm running a full-time business, and I've got a lot of, family time, extracurricular stuff. Plus, I really respect your time. And if I can take 10 minutes of your time on the phone, then I don't have to take 48 to 72 hours of your time on social media. So when are you free? And I do not go back and forth on Facebook with people for info.
There's another one. Tips on getting people to raw or to events. We all pour greatness about going to events and how great they are, but how, for some of those people, how you kind of have to rake them in and they're fighting against the hook. What could we say, or how could we inspire those kinds of people to get out to events?
First of all, I think that event etiquette is extremely important. And you guys may have seen me at events before where I am literally the only one in like my sea of seats standing and giving people a standing ovation. But that's my event etiquette. And so now when my team joins me, they know that we stand and we celebrate people, right? We don't just sit there like, if at Celebration, we were recognized for earning over $250,000 in our business. And when I got back to my seat, our rows of team were going bananas for us. And it was so great. But as soon as the 500,000 and 750s plus the millionaires were being recognized, everyone was just sort of like sitting there chatting because we didn't have any direct teammates in those categories. And Morgan and I stood and we clapped and cheered for every single person. And I said, this is how we run our team. This is the position that we hold. And if nobody wants to stand with us, that's okay. But we stand for these people because one day I will be up there for 500. And guess what? I will have 10 teammates there for 250. And then it will just grow and grow and grow. So it's that etiquette. Now, when you're posting about events too, it is your personal experience. No one gives an SHIT if a certain someone who makes a lot of money is up on stage. No one cares. It's about what this has done for you, what this has done for your team, how this has transformed people, right? It's all about the story, just like your physical story, right? It's the same type of thing. So some people won't go to events, and I used to buy tickets for people all the time when it was their first event, and then people would just not show up. Like I would invest thousands of dollars in tickets, and people would just be like, nah. Right? Like some person came to Celebration, literally didn't come to Celebration. Went to Vegas for the whole time. And I was like, what'd you think? They're like, we didn't go. And I was like, well, that was a good investment on my part. So what you're going to notice is that when you hold that position, again, about what these events do for you and what they do for your life and your family and your business, those people will invest in it themselves. And if you decide that you want to reward them when they get home, like say give them a $50 gift certificate or reimburse their ticket or something like that, that's up to you. But again, don't yank anyone to an event, because when I started and I got on the phone with Janie Snellgrove 2 weeks in and she said, you've got to get to an event. I was like, done, where is it? And she said, it's Isagenix University in Arizona in 2 weeks. And I was like, I'm going. And I went by myself. And those are the people that I expect to attract. Amber here is on the call for the first time. Amber just joined the business and is so on fire, guys. I told her, I'm like, oh my God, you're a Kristie. Like the way she's starting, I was like, holy mother, this is me. This is exactly what happened. She's the exact same way. She makes no excuses. She's coming to the event, and she has paid attention for years. Because even there was a wide span of time where she wasn't on Facebook. And when I was talking to her at her house for the first time about Isagenix, I said, oh yeah, when I started, my first post on Facebook was this. She's like, yeah, I know. I was watching. I know that exactly. And I was like, oh. And then 2 weeks later, I posted my before and after picture. She's like, yeah, no, I remember that exactly. You said this. And I was like, holy mother, she's been watching me for 3.5 years, over 3.5 years. So I just expect to bring amazing, hilarious, life-loving, hardworking people like Amber, and it happens. And here she is. She's coming to Raw. She's like, awesome. It's amazing. It's so great. So anyways, and also there's a couple others on here. Where are my girls? Amanda and Christina. They were on it. It was Amanda's birthday weekend. Those girls are so on fire. They have created a movement, literally the movement in their business. And they have been on fire doing things that I am blown away. Like me being speechless is weird. And these girls have me speechless all the time. Charlene, flying in from Regina because we told her that events are mandatory. That's how we do this. So that is how you invite people to an event.
Awesome. I love it. And I just think it's so powerful. I think that everybody here can hear that and can take that with them and move it forward. And I know that for me and Tara, because I resonated with your story too, was my first event was how I got to my aha, I can do this moment. And so that can be for a lot of your team, you guys, is they might not know if they're for sure yet, but you bring them to the culture, you bring them to the high fives, you bring them to the people who love everybody because that's just what we do. And you can't you can't make that a synthetic thing. Like, that's a real thing. Like, you walk through those doors with the waves of high fives, and that's it. I was like, where do I sign? What do I do? Like, who do I get to hang out with? This is it, right? Like, imagine if you brought 3 people and then they brought that home, like what that's going to do to change some lives. So I think that's really, really fantastic.
And Eric Hoover was on a call of mine recently, and it was a mentorship group with 5 ladies. And he said, if you do anything, focus on bringing 5 people to Raw, because what's going to happen? If those 5 people bring 5 people to the next event, and then that's what happens. So events are definitely key. Yeah. Charlotte, you had something to say? Is that right, babe?
Yeah. First of all, Kristie, that was amazing. And
you're amazing.
The first people I saw at like a little experience Isagenix event too that my mom dragged me to, and it was where you were like, "Where's this money coming from? I'm gonna bankrupt the company," and it was awesome. But I just wanted to add, in terms of inviting people to events, something that I found helped me was, I know a lot of people who have like little Etsy shops, or they have a photography business, just like little stuff like that, and I see them posting on Facebook about it and kind of struggling getting likes. And a big thing that I've been doing in terms of getting a lot of new guests to Raw is letting them know like the value of this amazing training, even if they are not interested in doing what I'm doing, although after Raw, like, they're gonna be, just in terms of them having their own business and social media training, mindset training. Like, I know a lot of personal development junkies, so they don't have to be like someone that's already an associate. Obviously you can bring guests, and I think those are the perfect people to get there, because they're going to realize that this is a better way. They're going to see all the work that they've been putting into this little business to get it off the ground. And even if they don't completely change what they're doing to this, it might be a way to support them in that passion. So I've had a lot of success getting people to commit when they realize it's a huge investment in what they're already planning to do. So I've like 3 big corporate events I've been to now. At 18, I've sat in the room and just wished that I had butts on seats beside me. Like, every time you get to an event, you're like, man, why didn't I work harder to get people here? And I have between 10 and 15 people coming to Raw with me. So like, it's definitely get people to events, because you'll be so glad you did. And I'm really excited for them.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. Thank you, Charlotte. Okay. So last call for questions, you guys. I'm going to wrap it up pretty quickly if that's it. I just want to give a massive thank you to Kristie and to Tara for taking their time this evening and quitting Netflix for an hour to come and hang out with us and share the goods and drop some truth bombs, because I'm pretty sure everybody took something away. I know I did. And thank you to everybody tuning in. It means so much to us in the committee and all of the START family out here in Canada that you guys meet with us every week. We just love it so much. And I want to ask you guys, here's my call to action for you. I want you to, and it might be a little uncomfortable, but I want you to take into consideration the 3 things that Kristie taught us about today: the skills, the action, and the mindset. How are you holding yourself to get those results? Are you treating yourself like a boss, like a true boss babe, boss lady, whatever? Like, are you going to hold yourself responsible? Because if you're not going to, when you're supposed to be working for yourself, who else is going to do it for you? So you guys, we can all do this. I know that it's not easy every day, but that's what is it? The new shirt says something about the hustle ain't free, but the dream is, or something like that. So like, you guys just work on it for a week.
Who commits to that, you guys? Who can commit to doing it?
Who can commit? I know I can commit. And how amazing is it going to feel, especially right after Raw, once we commit to our posture with all that extra stuff we're going to get on the weekend, you guys? It's going to be amazing.
Okay, should we do a group shot?
Yeah, let's do a group shot. Everybody who has your cameras off, turn them on for a quick.
As long as you're wearing clothing.
Yeah. Nothing weird.
Okay, you ready? Alex, Michelle, you guys popping out? Woo, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Nice, you guys rock. Kristie,
guys.
Jack, you guys rock.
Love you guys. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Guys.